welcome back to another slow fashion video. It's Alyssa coming at you. This week, my husband and I have conditionally sold our tiny condo. So that means we're moving, and there is nothing better than a move, in my opinion, to really kind of force us to take the time to declutter and minimize if we really need to. I've also been getting some questions from you on how or what my process is when deciding what to keep or let go in my closet. So I thought this is a perfect time, and also a perfect time to say or to enjoy one of the last videos in the tiny condo. If you're interested in hearing why we sold and what we're going to do next, which to be honest we're still not even sure, but if you're kind of interested in that process as well, let me know in the comments below and I'll remember to try and document it as we go. So I'm going to talk about questions that I ask myself when deciding what to keep or what to let go. I'm just going to touch on how to maintain a well-edited closet, because a lot of times we'll go through this like crazy Mary Kondo purge and feel fabulous for a month, and then at the end of the year we've just accumulated all of these things. Just as much as minimizing and decluttering is important, learning how to maintain an edited closet can make less work in the long run and just hopefully provide a little bit more balance in how we shop and wear our clothes. So before we jump right in, I wanted to say a big hello and welcome to those of you who are new. Every week I talk about slow fashion with a heavy focus on minimalism and using and loving what you have and making smart shopping decisions so that you can build a curated closet full of pieces that you actually love and wear. So if that sounds like your jam, hit subscribe below. I post every Sunday. And for those of you coming back, big hello to you. Thank you so much for watching. I am back from Greece and I really missed making these videos for you, so I'm so glad you're here and still watching. Okay, let's do this declutter process. The way you declutter your closet is going to be totally up to you and your personality and the amount of time you have and your lifestyle. I think there are so many ways to do this. Definitely watch some of the other YouTube videos that are out there or some of the other blogs, and my recommendation would be to kind of take what you like from each of those and declutter in a way that suits you best. Before I even say anything, if there's one thing you take away from this video, is that no matter what type of purge you do or declutter you do, never ever throw away a textile or a garment. Even if it can't be donated or worn, like if it's stained or ripped or totally unwearable or salvageable, there are textile recyclers out there. In fact, I think the statistic is something like 95% of all clothing can be recycled in somehow, way, shape or form. If you don't have a textile recycler near you, then H&M, as part of their clothing collection program, which every H&M store does, part of their garment collection program is sending items to a textile recycler when they cannot be donated or worn. So please keep that in mind as you're going through your purging or decluttering process. As often as possible, I try to consign my clothing or sell it online because it's really hard to let something go that you've paid good money for. I totally get it. Especially if, say, you just come back from maternity leave and your body has changed, or you're someone who fluctuates in weight. Getting a little bit of money back for that garment that you're letting go can really help alleviate that frustration. You're also reducing waste and giving that garment a second life. Here are the questions that I ask myself when I am looking at a garment and deciding what to do with it. Does it fit? This seems like a pretty obvious question, but it's really important to be honest with yourself here. Do you feel good in the item? Some people like oversized clothing, some people like wearing super tight clothing. In my opinion, a proper fitting, not too loose, not too tight, is really important. Talking about fit is really difficult because a lot of us don't stay the same weight year after year after year. But I'm a big fan of putting clothes in your closet that fit and feel good now, in this moment, because I think it's really important to celebrate the body that you have. But this totally depends on you. If, for you, having a garment that is a size or two smaller than what you are is a motivating factor for you, then keep it in there. And that'll be such a great goal to work towards and achieve. However, if you're the type of person who seeing that garment that you can't wear yet makes you frustrated and dissatisfied and makes you go out to the mall to find things that make you feel happy and to alleviate that frustration, then I'm not sure it's worth keeping that garment. It totally depends on you and your personality and your lifestyle. And like I said at the beginning, I really don't think there's one right way to declutter. Do I feel like $1,000,000 in this garment? Do I feel awesome? Do I love it from every angle? If that's not the case, then look into donating or consigning it. There are some garments that you absolutely love, that you think you could feel like $1,000,000 in, but you're not quite sure because there's just something slightly off about it. These are the garments that you have to ask yourself, do I love this enough to make a project out of this? Should I get it altered? Perhaps all it needs is a slight hem adjustment, or maybe it needs a little dart in the back. These are all really easy and inexpensive ways to tailor a garment to you. And I definitely think it's worth looking at and thinking of when you're considering a garment. Can I create 3 different outfits with this garment using what's already in my closet? I find this question really helps determine the value of that garment in comparison with the rest of my wardrobe. If I'm still struggling with how to decide whether or not to keep a garment, I ask myself these next 2 questions. Number 1, when was the last time I wore it? If it's been over a year, it's time for it to let it go. The other question that I ask myself is, if it were hanging in a store right now, would I buy it? If the answer to either of those questions is no, I let the garment go. When you're asking yourself these questions, I do also think it's important that you try the garment on. Sometimes when you're looking at it on the hanger, if it hasn't been steamed, if it's been squished and crushed up against other clothes, you're not really getting a good picture of what it can look like. There are certain garments where perhaps these questions don't really apply. For example, if you have a really sentimental piece that doesn't fit, that you can't wear, but you really don't want to let it go, I think that's totally okay. A big part of slow fashion isn't necessarily about minimalism and not owning things. I think a big part of it is an appreciation for our belongings. So I think it's good to allow yourself perhaps a storage box of sentimental items. Now to the most difficult part. How do you keep your closet tiny and well curated? I think the key to maintaining a smaller curated closet is about these small daily choices that we make. But once you've gone through your closet, or once you've decided that you're going to start editing on a regular basis, I do think it's important to take stock and make a list. I try to stick to this list when shopping as often as possible. That way you don't come home with another navy blue blouse when you already have about 5 in your closet. So shopping with a list helps you become much more mindful. The next thing I do is shop my closet. If I have an event to go to, or I see something on someone that I absolutely love, my first thought is, how can I do this with what I have? Oftentimes, we have more than enough in our closets to either recreate a look that we liked, or come up with something even better that suits us. So that's all I have for you today. I really hope these tips help you determine what stays and what goes in your closet. As always, if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments below. I've also created a graphic and put it on a blog post because I wish I could figure out how to put it in a downloadable format for you, but I'm not the best with technology. So it's in a blog post that I will link for you in the description box below. That way you can have that list of questions handy if you're going through your closet. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be back next week with another slow fashion video. Ciao!